CBI now.
Come on over here. I'm the.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
take my spot.
All right. Mic test 1 2. How we doing? We all right? Sound on? Mic test 1 2 3. All right. Parrish, go ahead.
Mike, when you're planning your roster every year, what percent do you expect will be freshmen, and how much do you expect them to contribute?
Really, the first one out of the gate, coming out of the gate hot.
Got an angle.
I don't even know that. I think every year is a little different, and I think once you get through fall practice, you hope that you have a little better idea. But obviously, in our game, it changes. Guys are playing well, but certainly this year, when you look around at Doug and Kevin Graham, obviously big contributors, Gunnar Hoagland and others, that have intermittently have helped us along the way. It's been a good year for the young guys.
A lot of games under the belt for the younger guys, but do you expect that they could be affected by the environment here?
I don't know. You're right. You hope at this point, and one of the things that the SEC does, for you or to you, is kind of weathers you, thickens the skin. And when you get to this point, you've played in a lot of great environments. Our guys have played in this environment. They've played in Baton Rouge. This is one of the college baseball's great environments. So hopefully they're ready for it.
Mike, you had a number of guys drafted. How do y'all handle that process as far as them coming to their decisions and the information y'all give them, things like that?
Well, we try to educate them as much as we can throughout the year. But this time, and the way it landed this year, obviously much different than last year. Try to give them some freedom. It's a decision that they got to make with their family, and but try to let them know that we're there for them, for informational purposes. But I think when they get to this point, most of them understand how the draft works, and that's our biggest fear. My biggest fear as a coach, and it's always been, and not just with our current guys, but the recruits, is that you don't make a mistake. You don't make a decision that you wake up a month from now, 2 months from now, and say, man, I wish I wouldn't have done that.
Mike, you got two kids from Arkansas, I guess Jacob Adams and Zach Phillips. How fired up do you think they're to play a super regional back in their home state?
I think it adds a little bit to it, obviously, to be in your home state. But I think most importantly, I think they're just happy that we're in a super regional and we're continuing to play.
What kind of seasons have those guys had for you?
Both have played well. Both have played well.
You could have gone inside or outside today, maybe, or what was the decision to go here?
Well, they asked us. They said, the tarp's on the field. There were some showers. Arkansas had already practiced, inside, and it's game 65. We're good. We'll be able to take BP and hit on the field tomorrow. It's not, it's not like we're a team that's unfamiliar. I think with Baum Stadium, so it's fine. Not a big deal.
Arkansas's got a great home record, but Ole Miss is 4-2. Last two visits. How do you feel about that? How does that maybe play in this series?
I don't think it plays much into it. I mean, the biggest thing is that we've played them. I think going in, it's not like you're searching for scouting reports or video or those types of things. I think both teams probably have a pretty good idea of what the other team has, and so I think that's maybe the only factor.
Mike, Kevin specifically, what type of development have you seen in him to reach this point of the season?
Well, I think one of the great things about Kevin, and the story about Kevin is, at the beginning of the year, he was behind a lot of guys, and some older guys that we went with first, some guys that have had success in the program, some guys that maybe had better falls than Kevin, but those guys didn't perform as well, early in the season, and then, Kevin gets inserted into the lineup and really has been terrific. Double-digit home runs as a freshman obviously is huge, but asked him to play a position that he didn't play all fall in first base, and he's handled everything terrific.
Dave said that one of the things SEC coaches like about the start of the NCAA tournament is they don't have to play other SEC teams. You guys were the only SEC teams that are playing in a super. How do you feel about that?
Well, it just turned out that way. I mean, other teams could have. It just, the teams didn't win enough to get to that point. And again, it's the committee does that. I mean, so to me, it's a lot of wasted energy to worry about, SEC or same conference. We're playing a really good team. And we knew, not being a national seed, that if we, or top 8 national seed, if we won, we'd play a really good team, and we are. Go ahead.
Can you talk a little bit about how Tim Walker has performed this year?
Yeah, Tim's been terrific, in the regional, and really I think kind of gave us a little boost from that a right-handed bat. And obviously we've searched for that for a while now throughout the season, and thought earlier is one of the guys that, when Parrish's question, one of the guys that didn't perform early. But again, this time of year, it doesn't matter what you did early, it matters what you do now. Go ahead, we can get somebody else out here. Go ahead. None of you guys?
Hey Mike, they've been coaching together for a long time, or at the same time for a long time. What you thought of what he's done to build the program?
Oh, well, it's tremendous. I mean, just the success and winning, and Omaha, and last year, literally an out from winning a national championship. And I think certainly when you think of one of the great programs in our country, you think about Arkansas. He's done a wonderful job here.
When you think about a team that you've seen so many times, do you have to worry about tendencies and maybe they figure it out?
I think you can outthink yourself a little bit. We try to go with what's worked before, but the thing is, it's not like football, and I think you get too much into that. You're going to run the power sweep too many times. Baseball's played differently like that, and we actually threw 4 different guys against them, I think, in 5 games, and so it's not like they've seen the same pitcher, and we're a little different and they're a little different.
Has Knox's knee held up pretty well since last time we talked to you?
It has. I think more that it's sometimes uncomfortable to stop. I've asked him, if you watch him run the bases and make a turn, you'll see him limp a little bit, and I ask him if that hurts. And it's really not the pain. What's happened is really it's a little uncomfortable, him putting on the brakes. But, he swung it well, got a hit in a regional, and, another piece of that, puzzle, I think, off the bench.
Moving him to the top of the lineup. So how do you think he's progressed so far this season?
Well, he's done terrific. During the season, and really for 2 years, he's batted in a 4-hole for us. And at the end of the year, much has been said about us not finishing very well. And offensively, I thought we got a little stagnant with him in the 4 spot, and not so much because of the way he played, but basically the lineup and the production from the offense. And in that Tennessee series last weekend, we moved them to the 4-hole, from the 4-hole to the leadoff spot, and he's really played well. And I think really he's kind of been kind of jump-started our offense.